Summer calls for lighter layers, looser rules, and maybe a little adventure in how we wear our jewels. Every so often, I lay everything out, like a creative reset, on a light towel in good light on my table. And I look for new combinations, I visit old friends, and I get a few surprises. It's something I recommend with my clients every so often. Pull out your collection, let it breathe, and you'll see things differently. This is what I saw for summer, and I was particularly looking for combinations that weren't typical. Summer is kind of heavy, and I wanted jewelry that was not as heavy, and I wanted to combine fine jewels with some of the jewelry I purchased on vacation. So let me show you how I put it all together. When putting together jewelry wardrobe ensembles or outfits, start with an anchor piece, and then you can move auxiliary pieces around it and see what works and what doesn't. In this case, I started with this spinel and garnet multi-strand necklace, and they're long strands. There's an openness between them. They're loose. They're kind of like what branches on a tree in the breeze. It looks really pretty, and it's open for summer. It looks nice, and so I went with that openness by pairing it with the pierced bracelet with the open work on it that's 24 karat. And this is a little bit heavier for summer, but they're origami ametrine earrings and the lotus ring, and I paired it with a plum spinel ring. Now compare that to the next picture where I've lightened it up significantly. I've kept those same beads and that same cuff bracelet, and I'm just now wearing Tahitian pearl studs, my plum spinel Pietro ring, and then if I do have a jacket on, I could wear that oxidized silver bronze zircon brooch. That works, huh? With or without the brooch. Now that's moving to something that feels really icy and cool visually, because in summer we do want to quench, don't we, and cool. So I started with my pools of light rock crystal necklace with the blue thread. That's a really good basics for summer. Sometimes I'll even put them in the refrigerator and put them on. They feel so good. So I paired that with a Victorian enamel watch pendant and my blue topaz trellis ring. I can keep it light by wearing my South Sea studs, pearl earrings, the progressive pearls. And then I wanted to have a little bit more fun and pulled out a vintage bracelet that is a crystal with a hand-carved pagoda inside on the back, and it's in silver. I left the silver kind of blackened. So that looks nice. Now, if I wanted to fancy it up a little bit, I could still keep that same bracelet, the rock crystal pools of light, and work in my blue zircon floral earrings instead and keep the same ring, the blue topaz trellis ring. We are thinking about a different combination now. Remember, my goal for putting together these wardrobes during the summer was to be able to combine things I don't always wear that I purchased on my travels. So again, I have my beautiful pools of light necklace. I've kept the blue topaz trellis ring, my blue zircon rings, and the pagoda bracelet, but I'm going to stack on the other wrist 2 of these Victorian silver, they're hand engraved cuffs with birds on them because I really love birds. Why not? Continuing with wanting to wear jewelry from my vacation theme, I pulled out the Victorian cuff bracelets and put in some hand beaded Maasai bracelets I bought in Tanzania. That's a great reminder, and it's also a way to keep summer not so serious. It's the not so serious summer. Keep those same beaded Maasai bracelets, and I added a Guatemalan jade bracelet, a Tahitian pearl studs, my workhorse of a blue topaz trellis ring, and some variegated aquamarine. That kind of changes the whole vibe, doesn't it? Here are the sweet sorbet flavors of summer put in jewelry form with my icy pastel colored jewels all being worn together. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. Obviously, they go together and they look beautiful. So let's try to tear it apart and pick up some different combinations. Here I have some variegated morganite beads, which are a great neutral, and combine them with blue chalcedony beads. I layered them together in a necklace, pink tourmaline studs, and then a blue chalcedony ring that has bronze diamonds and rose gold with it that reminds me of the sand dunes where I grew up. Now let's keep the blue chalcedony beads and look into a completely different look. Here I've combined them with freshwater pearl wrap bracelet, a silver and enamel Norwegian folkloric bracelet, unheated tanzanite earrings, my plum spinel Pietro ring, and Tahitian pearl studs. Let's see how we could keep the variegated morganite necklace and move into something different. Here we have that same necklace. We have the blue chalcedony and bronze diamond ring, but instead of just a confection of icy pastels, I wanted to make it a little bit more earthy. So I combined them with some bronze zircon earrings. You wouldn't think of combining some of these browns with the icy pastels, but a lot of these bronzes have a lot of pink in them, and it can work to go and swerve into an earthy area. And it's also combined with a gray jade bracelet. How can we lighten the visual feeling of these banded black and white beads, which are rather long and have a high diameter to them? I imagine wearing them with layers of linen, which also corresponds to the weight but keeps things light. And I combine them with cool jewels like this icy green Guatemalan jade bracelet, my lagoon blue bespoke ring, and Tahitian studs on the ears. Now we can also play around. I wondered, how can I play around and make a stripe story? So I played with the banded agate beads, combining them with the gold bands of gold, in the moke mekana earrings, and the cicada brooch of striped enamel, and that same lagoon blue tourmaline ring. We can take it to another direction and play with texture. There's texture in these striped beads, isn't there? So I combine them with the woven silver basket weave texture of these Angela Cummings silver earrings, or I could wear them with the Tahitian studs and again, the lagoon blue rose gold tourmaline ring to correspond with them all. One thing I like about summer is a lot of gold. I guess it seems kind of Greek to me, the gold. And I wanted to combine it with this fabulous Native American pendant it's a mosaic of turquoise and coral on a scallop shell. So that's what's happened here. I have that shell, which is by an artist named Angie Reno Owen. It's a mosaic, and I put it on a 24 karat hand woven Indian chain. I have also Tibetan 24 karat cuffs with it, these cool 18 karat gold and diamond snakeskin earrings by my friend, old friend Pedro Beauregard, and my Renée ring in blue tourmaline and emerald. Now that's pull out the earrings and we can give it a different look. Here it is with chrysocolla and high carat gold granulated earrings that I purchased a long time ago. It reminds me of how I was such a naive, young, enthusiastic girl in this industry, and I met somebody who made these earrings, Elaine, and she had such a big effect on me. And I combined it with a vintage Turkish gold brooch, and again, my same Renée earring. Wear loose swirling layers of linen or cotton or a caftan or trapeze dress with these African amber beads. Again, the gold moko megane earrings, the custom ametrine lotus ring, and a pair of my Tibetan golden cuffs, and a wooden cuff bracelet from my travels. Same base here, but I swapped out the earrings, wanting to make a story about movement. Here, these earrings have a lot of movement to them. They're hand-woven gold with blue sapphires and spessartite garnets. Again, something that I bought a long time ago, and it brings me back to my enthusiastic youth. You'll never guess the inspiration for my last combo. It's a giraffe. I think they look so elegant. They're creamy hues with the tan colors, the golden colors, and the browns. So I imagine myself wearing these tones of gold with summer white. Here I have tiger's eye, which you usually think of tiger's eye for fall or winter, but it's lovely with winter white. So tiger's eye necklaces, and vintage French bracelet and stork brooch, gold key earrings from Greece that I rigged up to be able to support removable drops, and a wider wood cuff bracelet. So now you do it. Lay all your jewelry out on a towel. Put it on your bed, on your dining room table. Make sure there's lights. And just spend a little bit of time reconnecting with it. And you'll see new connections, new ways things go together. It will be such a creative endeavor. It will make it easier for you to get dressed. Take snapshots of the ensembles you put together so you don't have to think about it again. And let me know what you come up with. Send me some pictures of what you do. Bye-bye.